get, guys, seriously, this is a topic I'm super passionate about. It blew my mind when I went through the course and went through the training. And so I want to teach you all of it. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can use the chat box to leave questions. I'm going to dive in and just try to get through it as quickly as possible. Because I just cooked a delicious dinner and it's almost done. Is that fair? Is that fair with y'all? Y'all got other things to do too, right? Let's get this done. Okay, so first thing I wanted to tell you is it's possible to work with the algorithms versus against the algorithms. So I want you to start, I know, big thing here, write this down. In your social media posts, whether you're using Instagram, but definitely if you're using Facebook, I need you guys to start coming up with a plan. Like if you know, I've been telling you guys and teaching you guys, right? Serve, 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 sell. Serve, 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 sell. If you missed those, go back and watch the other videos where I talked about branding, sharing your story, because once you get clear on who your audience is and like start building the like, know, and trust factor so that people will want to do business with you, then you serve, right? So if you can become more intentional on when you're going to be selling, you can become more intentional on letting the algorithms work with you, because there are certain things that you should do ahead of time to prime the algorithm to work in your favor. Ask me how. I hear it. How do you do this, Melissa? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so your post should be several different kinds, okay? Remember that your posts need to be engagement. They need to be like some kind of action taking thing. When you post, you should be asking a question, right? So that invites them to respond and have a conversation. It's about relationships, not just about a sale. And so, like I'm going to give you an example of what I'm doing right now, like this week, to prime for the Ruby mini sale that's coming tomorrow. All right. So this week I might do like a funny meme. I don't post a lot of multiple times a day, but I do try to post at least once a day. And so I will post like maybe a funny meme. Today I posted about toilet paper. I just asked people randomly, like, if you're in my VIP group, you can see it and respond. If you're not, you're welcome to be in there. But basically it's like, with the TP shortage right now, some people have been talking like they have been taught to only use a certain amount of squares. Like they count squares versus just grabbing toilet paper and using it. And so this conversation I started in my VIP group today just to get people talking in a way that just primes the algorithm. Because when people are talking, right, the algorithm says, whoa, people are engaging with her. Let's show her stuff to more people. Because if you didn't know this yet, I will tell you that most people most likely are not just randomly posting, like searching, using the search bar for your VIP group and going to it every day to see what you're posting. More than likely, it's probably not happening. Would you all agree? Shake your head yes. Most people are probably not going to intentionally go type in the name of your VIP group or your business page and look at it. You want it to show up in their news feed. And for it to show up in people's news feed, that takes the algorithm to do you some favors. So obviously you can tag people in it. I don't like doing that very often because I personally think it's annoying to be tagged in a bunch of stuff. So always use the what you would want done for you, you do for others. So that golden rule still applies here. And so this week I'm posting real life personalization. That's coming because that gets people talking and, looking at it, some hearts, right? And then I will post the sale because the things I'm posting before are priming it. So I'm going to give you some examples of things that are good things to post and things that are bad things to post, okay? So right before you're going to post something that you want people to see, right? A selling one where you're giving them the offer. Before you do that one, what you're going to want to do is post like share a funny meme or give me a GIF. Those are the best. Like the fast, fun, easy, you can't help but respond ones. I don't know about you, but anytime someone posts something that's like, show me a GIF to describe your day, I'm like, done. I'm doing it every single time. There's a lot of people like me. If you're not that type that does that, like when I see that, I automatically have to do it. Or like take a picture of the thing right in front of you. Like I'm going to do those super easy, fun, fast ones. Know your audience and know what they're going to respond to. Some people will do those if you have an older crowd who may be like, what is a GIF or a GIF, however you say it. You might just do like vote this or that, this and that. This or that's are really good for this time as well, because you're giving them two options, this or that. Anything that will require them to give their opinion, people are more likely to give their opinion. They like to give their opinion. They want to tell you what they think, right? So post those, make sure you write both of those down. So GIFs, voting this or that, or like, it can even be like, should I do red personalization or blue personalization? Anything like that. Share a selfie with your kids or talk about your dogs. Those are all really good as well. People love to share animal pictures of their kids. They love to share photos of their animals. So anything like that, those are fun that you can throw in there sometimes. Devotional posts, like give me like comment with the most recent motivational thing you have saved or something like that. Anything like that, those are good. People are going to want to do those. If it takes more than a second for them to have to think, if they have to think, they're more likely not to respond. Just keep that in mind. So for the buzz building ones, you want it to be super fast. The one thing that will never do you a favor is the Facebook poll item. Y'all know how like you can do a poll on Facebook and you can put like different options and people can go in and check one or check the other. You know what I'm talking about? Those don't do those. Those do not do you a favor. They don't serve you in the algorithm at all, because it doesn't, you need people to comment. When people comment, it's showing up. That if you notice, like a lot of times when I've done them before, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go back and look at the results, because it doesn't even notify me that someone voted. And so you really want to, instead of using that poll option, give them an A, B, even if it's like A through D or whatever, or a picture of prints. This is one I always do at the beginning of a new season. I'll take one of the photos that has all the prints and I'll say, which one's your favorite? Right now with the Ruby Mini, that's a really good idea. You could do a picture today, if you haven't already talked about the sale yet, you could do a photo of all the Ruby Minis with the names of them, and then you ask them which one's their favorite, like which one do they like the most, and then you could reach out to them and let them know that it's on sale. So that's another way. Once you get them commenting, you have a reason to reach out to them without it being super icky. And also the more that comment, the more likely they're gonna see it when you're like, hey, surprise, these are on sale. Or, hey, have a $200 party and you can get this for half price, or something like that, depending on your budget. If you want to give it to them free as a gift for having a party, you want them to use their half price item, however you want to do it so that, you know, you don't lose your butt on it. I would say like have a $500 party or a $400 party and you'll give it for free. That way you're making at least $100 and getting, you know, your money back in that purchase. I'm going to pause for a minute. Am I talking too fast? Do you guys have questions so far? Is this making sense? Is this new information or did you already know it? Are you trying to unmute? I can unmute you if you need me to.
A lot of it is kind of a little of both. Like, I know that working with the algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got to have it like work in your favor. But I've also like, there's some of it that like is really good information. It's helping for sure, especially taking notes on it. So,
What's your first aha that I've shared so far?
honestly, the no polls thing, because I did not realize that. I mean, I've done a couple polls, but not a lot. But it never really occurred to me that I was not getting those notifications until you said that. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I never did. So, yeah, but I did
So
not realize that.
I love that. Yeah. Don't use the poll anymore. When someone, I think I told y'all in the Facebook training event, like this is a course that I actually paid money for to get this information to give to you. And so, when she said that, I was like, whoa, I never really thought about that. The other thing I wanted to tell you, which I think this might have been part of the free information that I got from a podcast. I'll share the link to the podcast. If you listen to podcasts, this podcast is amazing. I've listened to it 3 times. I recommend it to absolutely everybody. Okay, so you need several different kind of people in your group. You know how sometimes it's annoying to have people in your group that will like or heart it, but they'll never buy from you? Do y'all have that kind of stuff? Okay, and you might be like, you just want to kick them out. No, you need them. The algorithm will use that. So you just nurture that. And then you might have, depending on the kind of group, you might have those that are like the rule followers. They're going to tell you if someone's breaking the rule. Those people are useful as well. And so all of the different categories of people, the buyers, the commenters, the like and hearts, like all of those work really well. The one thing I would encourage you to do is start engaging and asking people to share. So you don't have to be the only one sharing. If we can get our customers to do that, it's going to be so much better. And again, this works for your VIP group and your business page, but obviously for your business page, you don't really want them posting because it's not going to be seen as much as what it would be if it was in your VIP group. So, the likes and hearts do count for sure. So when you start planning out, like if you can plan out your month ahead and you're like, okay, these are my goals, even if you did it a week at a time, you look at your week and like, okay, this is my week. Right now we are spotlighting certain products, right? So if you know this is the spotlight for the week, we're talking about the Fresh Market Thermal, I think. You might be sharing some things, but you know that on Thursday, you're going to share to sell on Thursday. So then you serve with other information, get them just some entertainment, some fun, some value, because value is important too. You can figure out who your ideal customer is and really serve her needs with value. It's going to go so far in setting you apart from other consultants. So how do I do that, Melissa? Is that what you're asking? I'm just going to say if that's what you're asking. So I'm going to answer that question. So how do you serve your customer and give value versus just sell? There's several ways of doing it. Some include products, some are not including products. So one may be sharing organizing tips, right? You could share organizing tips for like an entire week and not talk about 31, and then talk about 31 for another week with organizing, right? There's so many organizing ideas out there that provide value without using our products, but also without not using our products, if you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't be sharing a bunch of cubes from Walmart, telling people to buy the cubes from Walmart when you sell your way cubes that are way better than the ones at Walmart. So another way you can serve value is if your ideal customer is a mama of kids right now, maybe you're giving her some value and things to do right now during this this outbreak while everyone's staying home, like how can you serve her to help her? One of the ideas I talked about earlier today was like a coloring contest. You could do something like a coloring contest so that all the kids, like you upload a printable, you can create that on Canva, you can Google one and find one, you share that maybe for Easter or something like that. They color it and then they post it when it's done. That's other people posting in your group, which is going to be helpful as well. And then you're serving your audience and helping that, like you're meeting a need besides just selling to them. Does that make sense? Wendy, you okay? You with me? Okay. All right. Let me think what else. What did I not tell you yet? So that's how you like you serve, sell. You plan your week at least a week at a time to say, like, so many times we're flying by the seat of our pants. Trust me, I get it. I'm the queen of flying by the seat of my pants. That's how I live my life, right? But if you can start getting a little bit more strategic and at least saying like Thursdays I'm selling or Fridays, notice Fridays, Thursdays people start getting a little happier, right? So Thursday, Friday, that's the time to start selling. Friday's payday for most people. And so they're more likely to buy. When you're doing that, remember, you're going to use the buzz building post ahead of time that's going to create that engagement. You don't want to do too many. If you do too many, that's not going to be helpful at all. And the other thing I just want to talk about, because I know that some people are trying this and they're like, Melissa, I'm only getting one person to comment and they have 20 people in their VIP group. Girlfriend, if you're having one and you have 20 people in your group, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So you got to grow that group and figure out some strategies to grow the group. One of the things that I have started doing is the bingo. So that's going to bring new people into my VIP group. The Clutter Buster Challenge, where that has nothing to do with 31. That's bringing new people into my VIP group. You should have a goal to increase the number of members in your VIP group every month. Every month. Every month, I send an email with something I'm doing in my VIP group to all of my contacts in my back office. So if they've joined it, they'll know to go look there. Or, and I put a link so they can just click the link and go to it. I do that. And it also, if they're not already in my VIP group, it reminds them I have a VIP group and they should be in there. I do that once a month. Anytime someone has a party, I tell the people at the party, like, hey, pause the party. You're going to get an extra ticket when you go join my VIP group. Once a month, I schedule it in my planner that once a month, I will put something on my main Facebook page saying, hey, you haven't joined my VIP group, or if you are and you're not seeing things, like you need to go click the link and see what I'm doing, because I'm about to do something you're going to want to be a part of. So posting things like that ahead of time always gets me new members as well. So highly recommend that. I don't know how many people I talk to that their VIP group looks exactly the same as it did when they first started. You should be growing that on the regular. The other thing I will tell you right now is that I do not recommend you inviting people yourself. Like, I don't do that. I've never done that I can remember. I've had my VIP group for a really long time. Where do you have your, I just post it. If you have, like, my business page, I use more for coaching, so I don't post that on my business page, but you guys could definitely post it on your business page, your public page. But I do make it public on my personal Facebook page, if that makes sense. Like my personal profile, not the page. Does that make sense, Wendy?
Okay, so here's my struggle with Facebook.
Okay.
Personally, I just struggle with having just tons of people as friends. Like when when I first started Facebook, I felt like, well, you're not my friend in life, so why would I be your friend on Facebook? That just felt weird to me, and that's how I approached it. But I'm learning that in order to have people in your groups, you have to have them as a friend on Facebook.
Well, you don't have to, but it,
Oh, you don't?
no. But if
Okay.
they see your post more if you're friends with them. I do think that's true. Like I even notice like
Okay.
when other leaders go live in the training group, sometimes I think if you guys aren't friends with them, you don't see them as like you have to go to the group, like you don't get the notifications. But if I'm friends with you, you see those notifications more.
Okay. So it helps.
It definitely helps, but it's not necessary. Like I have
Okay.
people in my VIP group that like my hostesses have invited. I post the link on my business page or I post the link in the email. And so they might join my group, but not become Facebook friends with me. I like to be Facebook friends with my people because I do see it as more of like building a relationship versus stay back there. I don't want to get near you. So I really treat my business more as like family. But you don't have to do that necessarily. I think it helps though.
Okay. I am working on that. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. There
And
are
so
a lot
then,
of people. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, so then you have your group, a 31 group or VIP group, whatever you call it. And there's a separate link to that. That's listed in that group, right?
Yeah. You want me to go show you where it's at?
So you can send that. Yeah. Is it just in the top in the setting?
Yes. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Y'all, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and then I'll get back on it in just a minute. So,
Okay. Sorry, Facebook illiterate here. Like,
no, because when I send this playback out, there will be other people that want to know the same thing. Okay, so can you see my screen?
mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's my group. And the other thing I will tell you, if you haven't noticed this yet, you need to set up questions to get email contacts in your group. So I think it's under more. Nope, share. So you hit the share button. Nope, I don't like that one. Just kidding. Okay, I don't remember, but you can also get it from like see right there?
Where are you moving around?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
The browser.
Okay.
You see that?
Yes.
So you can also just copy and paste that and it will go there.
Okay.
So the one thing I'll tell you guys right now is like I had one person wanting to join. Okay, so I'm not approving her because she hasn't answered the questions yet. And I don't want people to come. If they can't answer the questions, do I really want them in my group? That's up to you. But here are my questions. Are you a 31 consultant? Just because they are doesn't mean I'm not going to let them in. I just want to know ahead of time. How did you hear about it? And are you joining our 7-day clutter challenge? If so, if you want to direct to your inbox, leave your email address. I wanted to put a thing here so that I get their email address. Your goal should be to collect email addresses because then you can take them and enter them in your back office to your contacts so that they're getting the email subscription, that kind of thing. All the emails that 31 sends on your behalf, you can get that. Does that make sense? Any questions on that while we're here on this topic?
Nope.
So one of the things, obviously, you may not be doing the 7-day clutter challenge, which I did mine in January. I just haven't updated it yet, but I knew that I'm going to be doing them again, so I just left it. But you could be like, do you want a link to the virtual catalog? And if so, add your email. So once you have their email, then you could set them up in the back office and then send them an email with a virtual link to the catalog. So I hope that helps you, but you do really like those, it's all funnels. And the funnels is, your goal is to always be getting new in. Sometimes when we start having trouble selling, it's because we're selling to the same people over and over and over. And I don't know about you, but I've been doing this for 11 years now, and I don't really need any 31 right now. Spoiler alert, I haven't even ordered anything from the new catalog because I don't need anything. Like, I have plenty. So I just want y'all to know that your goal is to get in front of new people. Will I eventually buy some? No. I'm going to earn it for free by hosting my own party, because that's a perk. I can get paid and earn free products. So I'll host a party, get my stuff for free. All right. So the buzz building helps create that strategy, knowing intentionally like when you want to book parties. And if you're going to be posting something in there, use something there like the Ruby Mini example. You could reach out to all the people that post on that and be like, hey, if you love that, you could totally get that for free with having a party. Is that something you're interested in? That's a great way to reach out and personal message with having a reason to personal message them. I hate feeling that icky feeling with messaging someone I haven't talked to for a while. Like, I refuse to do it. I don't like it when people do it to me. If I haven't talked to you in 6 months or a year and you just reach out saying we want to have a party, I'm going to shake my head and be like, girl, there has to be a better way. Used to, I think that would work and you could do that. But I do think if it's working for you, obviously keep doing it. But if it's not working for you, it's probably because there's so many other people doing a business similar to ours that more people are doing it. And so the more people that do it, the more like annoying it starts getting. It wasn't annoying when nobody else was doing it. But now it's like, how many of these can I get a day? Right? But you also know that some people will say yes because they just don't know how to say no. So depending on who the people are, they might just say yes because they don't want to hurt your feelings. So if that works for you, obviously keep doing it because you're booking parties. So don't take my word for it. Do what works for you. But if it's not working, maybe time to change your tactic a little bit. So we're going to give value, right? We're going to post things like the buzz builders. Again, I'm going to say this over and over and over. Like anything that's going to get that quick response. But I can't help yourself. I can't help myself but comment because the post is so good. Like, that's the buzz builder. So you want to post something like that within 24 hours of your sale post, because that's going to get the most engagement. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the insider thing that you may not even see that other people do, that can help you with this in the beginning. Again, your goal is to continue to grow your group every single month. Have like, I'm going to grow it. I'm going to get 10 new people every month, 5 new people a month. Set that goal and figure out strategies, brain dump. What are some ideas I can do to get more people into my group? What are some ideas to get more people on my business page? That kind of thing. But the thing that a lot of people don't realize that even I missed for a while was that sometimes it's the back end stuff, like this kind of stuff, but even more so, it's messaging people and saying, hey, I'm going live tonight to share the spring products that I just got in. Is there any way you can be live at this time and help me, just amp it up, give me some energy? Because we all do better when we have the energy, and the energy helps the algorithm. So if we have even 2 or 3 people, when we do a live video, especially, like, show up right away and they're commenting. And another tip, when you're doing a live video, say, hey, I want you to, someone type this in the comments for me. They will do it. You have to give them the guidelines and the instruction on what you want to do, because they won't know to do it until you tell them. So like today I did a training and I said, someone write that in the comments. Like, it was a training I was doing. So I was like, write this, like 3 pillars for your brand. And so people were putting that in. So like anything like that, like maybe you're going to do a giveaway and it ends tomorrow. You would say, hey, someone type that in the comments, and that gets people typing it in the comments. If you want them to share it and it's like on your page, tell them, hey, I would love it if you would share this. Sometimes they don't know that you even want it shared. They don't know. Like if you want them to tag a friend, tell them, tag a friend. I will tell you sometimes though, the algorithm catches on if you use specific words. So you don't necessarily want to use words like buy. I feel like buy, sale, post. Used to, and I don't know if this is still the case, but there for a while, like words like comment, post, share, like those words, like the obvious words, like those were no-nos and the algorithm picked up on it. I'm not sure if that's still the case. I still try not to do that. But I know that I do see a lot of other people that have, you know, way big following. They do it. So I'm not sure if that's still a thing or if it's not still a thing, but something to definitely be aware of. So any questions? I'm trying to keep this short, sweet, to the point. Do we have any questions? I do want to take a minute since y'all are on here to talk about, you know, what's going on in the world, how you can show up. Are you feeling like you can't sell right now? How's it working for you? I am hearing from so many people that they're getting more sales than they've ever gotten before, because the people that have money finally have time to shop. So that is true. It's happening. I also had a call with someone today, and she's a 31 consultant, and she lost her job, then she got a new job, and then she just got laid off. And she was saying, you know, like nobody has money right now. And I called her on it like right then, because I was like, that's not true. There are still a lot of people that have money right now. I know more people that are still getting paid sitting at home than I know of people who don't have a job right now. So, and I know like that's not the case for everybody, but really think about like maybe it's you need to position yourself differently to be in front of a different audience. Amy, you want to say something?
Yeah, I did your post about the Hello Happy and use some of your verbiage that, you know, if you want to cheer somebody up, we have this opportunity to get this Hello Happy package to them. And I was a little hesitant because I, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if anyone has money to spend right now, but we can't be the judge of that. Like, we don't get to decide who gets to spend money and not spend money, right? Like, that's up to them. So I posted that yesterday, and one woman bought 3 of them. So that was, and I did it for $35 a piece. So I ate a little bit of the shipping, which isn't a big deal. I'm not doing this to make a bunch of money. I'm doing it to help people out, but I'm still making a little commission. And she got 3, and then I sold 2 more. So I'm up to 5 of those. Hello Happies. Yeah, just in one. I mean, I just posted it yesterday. So I think when like the little like voice in the back of your mind says, ooh, I don't know if you should do this, sometimes you just need to do it and, you know, get out of your own way and let them decide. It's not up to us to decide for them what they're buying and what they're not buying.
Yeah. Totally.
So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, like I wish I could sell 5. I haven't sold any. For real. All right. Any other questions? Does anyone need talked through that? Because that really is a mindset issue. And I actually had a customer reach out to me who's a good friend, and I really do want to post it in the group. I need to sit down and figure out how to download it because I know that's possible. But she had asked me because I did a bingo, and she said she wanted to play, and I was like, hey, it's $20. Do you want me to send you an invoice or a link to pay? And she's like, what? You're charging people right now? You're trying to like make money right now? You know, and I'm like, girl. Or like my first thought, and this was my first response, I'm like, are you out of a job right now? Like, how can I help you? You know? And she was like, no, I'm still working. And I'm like, okay, if you're still working, like, what are you talking about? But she just didn't understand. And she was coming from that panicky place that I think we all struggle with, you know. At the same time, I know that my people needed something to do besides watching the news. And retail therapy makes everything better, in my opinion. And if they can get retail therapy and spend 50 when they only spent 20, I want to give them that option. So that's why I did the bingo. I'm going to do another one and try to get 10 more people to do it. But I went live in my group and said, like, this is why I'm doing this. Like, I hope everyone in my VIP group knows me well enough to know that I wouldn't try to capitalize on a crisis. In fact, like, I've asked over and over and over, do you know someone who's unemployed and needs money right now? Is there anything I can do? Like, let me know. I will help. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing more people who are thankfully getting paid. And I'm not saying they don't exist, because I know there's people out there, but most people either are still working or they're getting paid. And, you know, like my teacher friends, all my teacher friends are at home, but they're still getting paid. So that's, I'm thankful for that. Any thoughts?
And people can't get out to shop in the stores, so that may lend itself to more online shopping. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So, do you guys have any questions about just the buzz building algorithm, Facebook, social media, how to create that strategy? Any of that stuff, anything about mindset or like how to sell during this time, anything you're personally coming up with? Kimberly, are you the Kimberly not in orange? Are you the one that's doing the nurse thing right now?
Hey, I am doing the ones for first responders. So Angie's doing the nurse ones, and then I'm doing the ones for first responders. And I'm doing the on our sleeves pouches. And so I'm advertising that if they sponsor those, there's also $1 that goes from those to the children's mental health programs. So that's kind of been good. I haven't sold as many as I was hoping I would, but I sold 20 yesterday. So
you sold how many?
Angie's over there. 20.
That's
I know,
not
but I want more.
So
I
how
want more.
are you doing
I'm
that?
not done.
Who are you connecting with to do that? And how are you getting the word out about it?
So mostly in my VIP group. And then I also did post it on my personal page. And then I created a fundraiser in Facebook, but it's taken forever for them to approve those because of so many people starting those. So it's in there, but it hasn't been approved yet for me to share it. And I feel like I've bugged so many people this week that I don't want to put an automatic invite on it yet. I might by the end of the week, but if I can just at least share it in my business or on my personal page. And then I also have a business page, and I did a 1-day promo and paid $10 for it to go out to like 1,600 people. And I had like 5 unique people share it. So I didn't get anything out of it yet, but I got some traffic and I got some interaction. So
wow, good.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. I think that's a great idea. Who are you going to give them to specifically? Like, how are you networking with that organization? Like, are you going to like the fire department? Are you going to like?
So I want to hit up the paramedics and the fire department, and people that are doing so much and they're not getting all the attention that like the nurses are. And so and that's why I wanted to do those pouches, because I didn't think they were quite as girly as some of the others, and so I could give them to the guys too. And they're bigger, so I can put like a small bottle of water in it, a little thing of pretzels, chapstick. I found the little tissues. We're still in stock at Target, so I got those. It's just kind of a little, thank you for what you're doing. So I have several friends that are firefighters, and so I know that they will gladly hook me up once I have all this done. So
that's awesome.
And I put my first order in for the 20 bags today and posted, I put in the first round, but I'm still collecting more. And so I'll continue to push that. I want to hit 50. And so I'm at 20.
That was my next question is, do you have a goal?
Yeah, I set my goal at 50. So
Awesome.
And I know all my teacher friends get paid Friday. And so everybody's like, I've got to wait till payday. And so I'm trying to get to that 2,000. I'm like, come on, people, let's go.
Yes, y'all, when you sell 2,000, you make $700. That is
Yeah, bring it.
awesome. Awesome. So, any questions? Anyone else doing anything unique during this time that you want to share? Nobody? Y'all just going to be shy? How are you doing mentally, like emotionally? Are you handling it? Like, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Amy, I get it. Guys, you have to take care of yourself during this time too. I don't know how many of you watched the live that I did yesterday, but sometimes like I put on this pressure of like, okay, I need to show up. Like, this is my time to shine. I need to show up. I need to do this thing. And that pressure gets to me so bad that, like, on top of all that, I start stressing about like random things. Like, what got me the other day, like I had a panic attack and my face started swelling again. And one of the things was I started thinking about people who are single and alone and how are they getting out? Like, the elderly, like how are they getting out if they can't go to the grocery store? What about people who don't have vehicles? Like, how are they getting out? Who's checking on them? What's happening? That like overwhelmed me so bad that like I had to go to bed and take Benadryl. Like, it was insane, you know? And so in those moments, I want to just challenge you to, number one, make a list of those people that you know and do your diligence. And I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like, you know, be intentional and reach out to them and ask them if they're okay. I've reached out to 2 people today saying, hey, do you need anything? What are you doing? How you doing? Is there anything I can do? Even someone that lives long distance, I'm checking on her. Check with the people in your VIP groups. If you have customers that are single or don't have a lot of family around, check on them. This is a great opportunity for you to be able to do that. Even if you can't give them anything, you could like try to find that support for them locally. That's the great beauty of the Sisterhood of 31. Like, if I had a customer in Michigan and she could live near Amy, or Kimberly, are you in Wisconsin or Michigan? The other Kimberly. Orange shirt, Kimberly.
I'm in South Dakota now, actually.
South Dakota. Okay. Were you once in Wisconsin?
No, I was in Missouri.
Okay.
Mhm.
I can't keep up. I just know whose team you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, check on your people, use that as a way to serve them. But once you do your part, you have to let it go. You cannot stress about it. The only thing you can do is encourage your people to do the same thing. Put it out there, ask your friends, like, hey, are you checking on your people? Like, even the people, your neighbors. I think showing up that way and just focusing on the people that are helping will help you, but know that you're one person and you can make an impact, and that will cause a ripple effect, but you can't do everything. And that's super overwhelming. And I wish I had a better answer to say, yes, you can do it. You can take care of everyone and you can heal the sick and you can make everyone better and nobody is going to starve or die. But I can't say that. And that is hard to come to grips with. But I do think that you have to do your part and then just let it go and try to, find some good self-care things to do to take care of yourself. If you need to take a day and binge watch Netflix, that's okay during this time. I think it's okay all the time. Well, not all the time, but at any given time throughout the year when you need that day, take that day. Spending time with the people that you love and you can joke with, or having a dance party, going outside and just getting some fresh air if possible, all those things help. good breathing exercises. My therapist taught me this. I'll do it for you so you can know. You like count to 10. I think you count to 10, breathing in, and then you breathe out and count to 10. If you have an Apple Watch, it'll do it for you. Wendy says I need to take a day and catch up on all your trainings. They're all in the past events. I've shared every single one of them, or you would have them in your emails. And every Monday I do a live so that you'll have that as well. My husband's going like this because I forgot I have to make the gravy because no one else knows how to make gravy. So he's like, come on now. Because I was like, they're just going to eat without me. Before I go though, any last questions? Has this been helpful? I would love to see some of your ahas. Tell me what you asked to get email addresses. Great question. I give them a reason. Like, you want to give them a reason because some people are pretty stingy with their email address. So they're not going to just want to be like, here you go. But if you say like, hey, do you want to be the first to know about all the deals? Or do you want to link it for the digital catalog? Do you want to know when the next clutter challenge is? Anything like that, that's helpful. Catherine says technical malfunction on my part. Y'all having issues with me?
No, it was on my part.
Oh,
But I fixed it.
good. By the way, funny. Have you guys, every time I see it, I laugh so hard. And I'm going to leave after this. But have you seen the video going around where there's a Zoom conference call and someone doesn't know that they're recording and they go to the bathroom? Oh my gosh. Every time I see it, I laugh so hard because true story. When I first started using Zoom for our director calls at 31, which I to this day hope nobody saw it, but I used to like watch them in the shower and I would like listen to them in the shower. I'm not making this up. It's so embarrassing. I'm like, oh my gosh, please tell me no one saw me. And I don't know. I've never been able to figure it out, but basically because there's so many other people on it, it's normally you're only seeing the speaker. So it's like they have everyone else's cameras off. But I don't know if that's everyone's cameras really are off or if the speaker, like our dude that does all the tech camera stuff in the background, like I don't know if he saw it. Hopefully not. Isn't that like, oh my, true story. So that's even worse than, oh my gosh, and worse than going to the bathroom. But anyways, that's it. I give you something to laugh about. That's me. Yeah, so if you're gonna go to the bathroom, you need to make sure your camera's turned off. All right, y'all have a good night. If you have more questions, let me know. I didn't see anyone comment ahas. I'm just gonna assume y'all had them and you got something out of it and it wasn't a waste of your time. Shake your head yes if you got something out of this. Okay. Y'all take care. Have a great night and get ready for the Ruby mini sale and the new PS bundles. Y'all know those PS bundles, when you spend $50, you can get that entire bundle at half price. That's what I'm working on. I wanted to create a flash sale with items from one of those bundles that are half price and then $50 elsewhere, and then do the math so that each person that's getting a piece of it, well, it'll have to be divided out, obviously. But that's one of the things that I'm trying to work on. If someone gets to it before me, I'm totally okay with that as well. But I thought that was a really good idea. I've been wanting to see if they can get the bundles at half price in a party. I haven't tried. Have any of y'all tried like to use the PS bundles half price for a party? Because that's a great way to talk about the party. Nobody knows? Well, if you have a party set up.
I ordered one in a party. Do you mean is the hostess half price or just a party order?
Hostess half price?
Yes, I think yes, you can, because I did that, and then because I am giving those, trying to sell those without the minimum $50 to my VIP people. And so since I already have an order going in and I've built up a half price, I added it in when I was getting ready to close a party as a hostess half price, and it worked. But then I took it out because I wouldn't get PV on it. And so
That was the other thing I was going to say. So use it to book the party, but if possible, put it not as a half price for the hostess, but put it under a customer so you make that money off of it. Smart girl. But it's a great way for someone to not have to spend 50 to get it at half price, because that's a lot when you think about it. For a lot of people aren't going to want to spend 75 plus 50. Some people will, but for those people who can't, they have a party, they can get that bundle for half. So, all right, that's it. That's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for showing up. I hope it was helpful.
Thank you.